Well, good morning and thanks for watching. I'm in the kitchen with Anita here today. There she is. And today we're going to be canning some tomatoes and freezing some corn. So stick around and let's show you how we do it. Okay, as you see right there, we got a few tomatoes we picked out of the garden. We're going to get them canned today because they're ready. And Nita's going to do most of the work. She's an expert on canning tomatoes. She loves it. But what we're going to do, I got some water right here getting hot. We'll get that water to a light boil, dip a few tomatoes in there. Got a little ice water right here. We'll take them out of there. Once they start to split, put them into there. They'll cool right quick. The skin will split up on them. Then she's going to take them to right there. She'll core them and pop the skin off of them. And throw the skin in the core in that bucket. Then she gets a few built up. She'll half them or quarter them. And then we'll put them in this pot right here and just simmer them, just warm. We'll get ready to go in the canner. So all right, Nanny, you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Got everything you need?
I got everything I need.
All right, we'll get with it in just a minute when that water gets a little hotter. Drop 3 or 4 tomatoes in this hot water right here. Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can show you, if you can see where that skin is starting to split right here on this tomato. And we're going to dump it right there in the cold water. Another one. As you can see, she's coring them and the skin just pulls right off of them. Isn't that right, Sugar?
Yes, it is.
I think I've got the easy part of this job. Don't come too small.
Right on.
Don't come that small.
Don't put them that small. About half them?
Yeah, or quarter big one like that. So this is going to be the process. When she gets a few of them going right there, we're going to put them in this pan right here. Come on low just to keep them warm because we're going to hot pack. Okay, she got one pan full, so I'm going to take the lid off there. Let me get it. And we're going to drop them out here. Come here, Nate, honey. I don't want to spill them all over the floor, so I'm going to let her ease them in there.
No, I just mopped yesterday. You better not on my floor.
All right, and that's what we're going to continue to do. I'm going to turn these on low. Put the lid on. As you can see, I've got the easy part of this job. So we're going to keep on keeping on. And there she is just a-working while I'm a-watching. The way it should be. We're going to finish this.
Oh, I know this is going to be good this winter.
It's going to be good this winter. Some vegetable soup.
Spaghetti sauce or whatever. It's going to be really good. And if you've never done fresh tomatoes, you need to try them.
It's not hard to do.
No, it's not. It's not hard.
Especially when you got a good little wife that loves doing it. We're almost to the end. Then what we're going to do is can them up. I got my little canner outside. And then we'll get those done. It won't take long. Take a little break. Then we're going to get on the corn. Take the lid off and dump these. We're about to get a pot full.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
It's going to be just right what we got left.
Is that it over there?
Yeah, 4 more right there. There's the one she's been looking for. That's the last one.
Not really. This is easy, easy, easy. If I can do it, anybody can do it. But I'm not a cook.
What we're going to do, we're going to put those in here in just a second with the rest of them and bring these to a simmer. Let them simmer for about 5 minutes. But while we're waiting on that, we'll clean up these few little things. Won't take but a minute. When these simmer, we're going to put them in the jars and go to canning. Got our hot bath canner outside. We're going to do that outside. We're going to put them in the jars, fill them with liquid. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of salt in each one of them. That's all I'm going to do. Gonna bathe them in quarts for about 15 minutes.
Okey-dokey.
Alright, let's see if we can do this.
Then we're gonna have too many.
And that's gonna be just right. Man, that worked
Just
out
right.
when I cooked down just a pinch.
Mm-hmm. Pour that juice in there. Oh yeah. Look at all them pretty tomatoes. Woohoo!
All right.
Got it going on.
We're gonna let them simmer for 5 minutes while we clean up and go to canning. All right, what we're gonna do right now, we got 7 quart jars right there. Our tomatoes are ready to go. And just like we can anything else, I'm gonna fill the jars with my tomatoes, my juice, with about 1 inch of the top. I'm gonna put a half a teaspoon of salt in top of them. Take my white distilled vinegar, wipe my rims off real good, put my lids on, seal them up. Then we'll get them outside. So we'll see you in a few minutes. All right, we got them jarred up, ready to go in the hot bath. You grab the door for me, honey.
Mm-hmm.
What we're going to do, we're going to get them in this hot bath canner right here. We're going to make sure they are covered, submerged in water. We're going to turn it up, get going to a good simmer. I think I said 15 minutes, didn't I? I'm going to double check that to make sure. All right, didn't get near enough water. I'm going to have to add some water.
Okay.
Not off a minute.
Well, while he's adding water, there's our girls over there. We moved them over here, separate from the babies. There's my flower garden. There's my birds. We'll pull that down so you can see. They're all there, happy, happy, happy. But it's hot, hot, hot here today. And they're just resting up under those cool trees.
Okay, as you can see, we got them fully submerged, a couple inches of water over them. I'm going to put the lid on. Crank up the heat just a pinch. Get just an easy rolling boil, 15 minutes. See you back shortly. Okay, our tomatoes are on, and I misspoke. I said 15 minutes, that was totally wrong. That's the reason it's always good to double check. 45 minutes on the quarts once they come to an easy rolling boil. Now while that's going on, I'm going to get some corn ready. Now I'm going to tell you folks, I'll probably never plant corn again. I went right up the road here, easy 15-minute drive. There's a lot of farming going on, a lot of bottom land. And I bought this bag of corn. It's supposed to be 5 dozen ears. I'd say it's probably a little more, $22 for 5 dozen. I can't grow it that cheap. This is peaches and cream corn. You look right there, that's some pretty corn. Bicolor peaches and cream. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to freeze part of it and I'm going to cream part of it. And the way I'm going to freeze it, like a lot of people do it now, is I'm going to do it in the husk. I'm just going to trim it up a little bit, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Then when I cream it, I'm just going to cut some off the stalk there, off the cob. I'm going to milk the cob, throw it in the bag, freeze it. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Okay, let me show you what I'm going to do. Stand here a little closer, huh? I'm just going to shuck a few of the leaf off the outside here. Just like that right there. That's all I'm going to do. Then I'm going to take my little shears. I'm just going to trim that just like that. Take this in just like that. That's what I'm going to be left with. I'm going to put 3 or 4 to the bag, Then I'm gonna vacuum seal them, put them in the freezer. So let's get to work. Well, here's what I'm doing with my corn right here. Putting 4 ears to the pack. These are gallon vacuum seal bags. And I've got 4 packs done, so there's 16 ears. I'm gonna go ahead and get them to the freezer. Then I'm gonna start prepping my jars for my next round of tomatoes, because the others will be done in about 20 minutes. When I get them in, I'm gonna go back to freezing corn. So let's get these in the freezer. All right, now we're gonna cream some corn. Now, I'm not exactly putting up creamed corn, because all I'm gonna do is cut the corn off the ear, milk the cob, and freeze it. So it's not gonna be actually creamed corn till we bring it out, cook it, process, and finish it off, which we'll do that each time we get ready to eat it. But the way I like to do it, you use one of these little cake pans or a pound cake pan. What I like to use is a pound cake pan.
Right.
Okay, it's hole in the middle.
Yeah.
Now I want to ask you a question. The only cakes I've seen to have holes in them are pound cakes. This hole right here. Why do they put holes in pound cakes? Is there a purpose for that?
I have no idea.
Reason?
I don't know.
If anybody watching knows, let me know why there's a hole in the middle of a pound cake. But anyway,
Okay.
what I do is take that. The reason I like to use that, I set my ear of corn right down in there like that. It helps hold it.
Let's get a little close up of that.
See?
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Pretty cool.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut through the kernels about halfway to 3/4 of the way back. If I was doing a whole kernel, I cut it all the way back against the cob. I'm going to cut it back half, 3/4 way back, and come back and milk it. So, and it works pretty slick because it just falls right down in this cake pan. And the needle likes me doing it outside because those little kernels will go everywhere.
Yeah, they will. You'll have them on your...
And she said earlier today she mopped yesterday.
Yeah.
So, but then I come back, I'm gonna turn my knife over on the back side. You see all that juice coming out of there? See all that juice on that thing? All right, there's ear 1 done. Throw that in the cow bucket.
I believe we're going to get some storms here in a little while.
Yeah.
The sky's looking dark.
That'll be okay.
That'll be okay.
We're gonna repeat the process, so I'll be back with you a little later. But there's what we're doing. I've got 5 bags right there out of I think 16 ears, and I'm putting up a pint per bag because that works out perfect for me and my wife. So there's 5. I've got a dozen or so ears left. So I think I'll have 4 more bags. So I'm gonna stick these in the freezer, and we're gonna wrap up. Well, we're through with our canning and freezing for today. Let me show you what we ended up with. Ended up with 11 quarts of tomatoes and 1 pint of tomato juice. And you see a few of them had to settle back down. That's what they'll do when they're still hot, but they'll settle back out as they cool down. End up with 6 packs of our frozen corn, which is 2 dozen, and end up with 10 packs of a cream corn. Just a little over a pint per bag, which worked out great for me and Anita. So that's what we did today. Nice little easy day. It's hot outside, good day to do it. So let's get them in the freezer. The corn I'm talking about. Well, a few days ago, we dug our potatoes. Let me throw a couple clips in here and show you how they turned out. Well, good morning, everybody. Today is the day of the potato. Nita's over there. She's in charge today.
Yeah.
We're going to dig these potatoes. If you've watched from the beginning or been listening, I've had trouble with these potatoes ever since I planted them. I reworked my garden this year, made it a little larger, turned some beds around, did some things. And when I originally planted these potatoes, I planted 2 rows. And my intentions were to hill them as they started coming up. Well, I had problems right off the bat. These over here looked horrible. The back half looked really bad, about halfway toward the fence. And this part up here was looking okay. But I was so discouraged with them that I didn't do anything. I said, I'm just gonna let them go and see what happens. And at the tail end, we'll dig them and see what we got.
Hope that's not an indication of what we're gonna get.
Yeah. If that's it, then we're just gonna give those to the goats. But we're gonna set up, I hadn't got a potato fork, but I do have a pitchfork. So we're gonna dig some. And we also did some potatoes in a tub over here. I'm real excited about seeing how those do. So we're gonna do them last, but right now we're gonna start here, dig some up and see what's happening. Okay, well here are the results. If you see back here towards the back, where they did so bad, we got just a bunch of little bitty potatoes, and the skins on them don't look good. Don't look good at all. So I don't know what the problem was here. They got little warts on all over them. See right here how they got all those warts on them? Look terrible. Guess the goat's gonna enjoy them. So if we get up here to the front, where they did a little better, you can see potatoes did a little better. They're still not great potatoes, but they did better. So I didn't have much faith in these to begin with. They did make a few more potatoes than I thought they would, but just no quality to them. I'm not going to eat them. So we're going to have to do some research on growing potatoes before next year. So now let's go over there and empty our tub out and see how it did. Now what I've done, here's our tub, and some of them died out and some hadn't. So I've laid a tarp out there, and this looks like an easier way to harvest them, just dump them out. I watched a lot of videos where people grow them in tubs, and they did real well. So let's dump this out, see what we got. Honey, if you'll hold this, I'll see if I can dump it out. Let me pull these vines out first.
There's the babies enjoying some green beans. Yeah. Oh goodness.
All right, here we go.
Hope it's better than the others. Woo-hoo.
It's a good thing we had a good crop of green beans, because I don't know if we're going to be eating potatoes.
I know it. But that's okay.
Well,
Not like we eat a lot of potatoes anyway.
that's
so,
a good thing.
Yeah.
But we had 4 seed potatoes in there, and that's
Yep.
all we got, and no size to them.
Yep.
So,
And those over there,
so we're just going to do a little more research on potatoes, because we haven't grown potatoes before. So
Yeah.
this is something new to us. So we're in the learning process.
mm-hmm.
And I may be old, but I'm not too old to learn.
Okay, we're gonna,
Our potatoes didn't make, but we're not going to waste them.
yep, we're gonna see if our cows like them. This is a test. I don't know. They're not looking too interested. Come on up here and get you some. They're like, what in the world?
They're so bad, the cows don't want to eat them either. Well, as you saw, sometimes things work out, sometimes they don't. Potatoes didn't do good this year, so we'll figure out why, try again next year. But today, the tomatoes, the corn, all that went off without a hitch. And I'm going to tell you what, you just can't grow corn as cheap as you can go buy it if you got a place nearby. Estrada Farms, a little 15-minute drive from where I am, grow it right there, a lot of bottom land, and they pick it in the morning, pick it up right then, and you're ready to go. So if you live in my area, Estrada Farms. Well, as we always say,
Until next time, hope you have a great week.